Hey George, this video is going to be about the Facebook group here and what needs to be done as far as managing and upkeep and stuff goes. Number one, there are requests to join the group over here in the right hand column, and you can either click on the check marks here to approve them one at a time, or you can also go over here to see all and just simply click on the approve all button. Now, for the most part, there's really not any reason why I don't let people in to my group. I usually give people the benefit of the doubt, even though there might be certain people in here, like you can see who's a member of a ton of groups, member of 300 groups or something. These are probably your most likely people to end up spamming. They might just be joining a ton of different groups to try to spam. However, I'll still go ahead and just approve everybody simply because of the way that I have the group set up in terms of people can't make a new post without it being approved first. So that brings me to the next part, which is post approval. You have the post approval right here that usually shows up to let you know when there are new posts coming in. A lot of the times this is the kind of stuff you're going to see. It's just other people trying to spam the group or whatever. Anytime somebody tries to advertise something in the group, especially when you see like this guy doing it multiple times, they get an automatic delete and ban. So just click on the little box over here on the side, delete and block. It would be one thing if somebody wanted to actually try to, contact us to get permission to post something particular in the group. If they don't bother with doing that, though, if they're just there to advertise, I just give them an automatic delete and ban. Now for everyone else, with the normal posts like these two, these are actually normal posts that are coming in. These can be approved. Obviously, the downside here is that these are like a little over a month old already by this point. However, they can still be approved and wait and see. Now, this one I may be a little hesitant about. It doesn't seem like he's really trying to advertise. I think I've even seen this guy have some engagement within the group itself. I'm maybe a little hesitant to share that simply because there are some unscrupulous people who will, go and try and like copy his content, for example, if he's done a lot of that. In some situations like this, where you get somebody that's asking a question, you may want to just try to send them a contact message through Facebook or something like that, and possibly direct them along to the support system if they want to get help on something specific that might not be best shared within the group or whatever. Other than that, though, everything else can be approved. This one can be approved, even though this is a really general question. I don't know if it's exactly going to get an answer. You probably should have specified a little more in there, but we can still just go ahead and approve that one. Now, after you approve a post here, you can see that it says this post was approved and published to the group. You can either view the post or automatically approve posts by that particular person. Now, initially, I would not put anybody on automatic post approval. However, if somebody has made multiple posts and maybe they've been even making comments on posts and liking things and stuff like that, if you can tell they're really an active, true, real person that's not trying to just be there and spam the group. If you see a couple of things from them over the course of time and, have never caught anything negative from them in that manner, they could be set to auto approval, but I usually won't just do it based on one decent post coming in, because somebody could come in and make a legitimate sounding post, and then once they get set to auto approval, go in there and spam the group. So with this guy, we'll leave Vicus up here for now. When I get a little bit of free time, I'll try to take a quick peek at his site and send him a little personal message, since it took a while to get around to that. Beyond the basic member approval and also post approval, the other thing that you really want to look out for is comments. Basically, once somebody has an approved post on there, whether it is a post that somebody else has done, or a post that you've done, or a post that I've done, or whatever, people can go back in and make comments on these posts here, but they don't have to get approved for those things. So these are kind of the things that need to be kind of monitored, I guess, just to ensure that people aren't trying to spam ads in, through here. If you happen to see something like that, you can remove them by clicking on the X over here on the side. If they are posting blatant spam advertisements in comments of posts like that, then I also remove them from the group for doing so. This way, we just kind of maintain a cleaner community. It will help with moderation in the future, by enforcing these types of rules. And I think it's fairly self-explanatory. People know that they shouldn't be doing stuff like that. It's usually maybe beginners that don't know that, people look down on that kind of thing. Or kids, probably. Now, in addition to the post approval and the moderation of comments and stuff like that, the last thing is really just kind of helping to try to keep the group active, or I should probably say to actually make it active. Seeing as how I've kind of been building people up on this thing for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years or something, and I really have never done anything with it on a consistent basis. So I like what you did here with back in May, just putting a reference to the new post that you've done on the site. I would say anytime that you publish something new there, go ahead and come over to the group and make a little notification about it. Something else that you can also do is, maybe like in your actual post here that you're making, just say something brief about it, and maybe even try to strike up a conversation or something on a particular point that maybe you've talked about within that post or something. Ask people what they think about that, or how they do you know that, or whatever the case may be, having to do with the post or something. Just something to essentially make people aware that, hey, they can come here on the group and engage and actually get responses. I guess that would maybe be the other part of it too. If you want to, when you see people asking questions and stuff like that, if you have any input on what they're asking, feel free to chime in and help people out with that kind of stuff. Or if you see something that's maybe too complicated, maybe even point me out to it, that something like that is present here, and I could even try to come over here and make some comments too. That way people will feel like there's people, you and me being around here that can answer questions. And it'll also be good for to see other people answering stuff, like this guy coming on here and answering this question. Really helpful, and in a short period of time too. So that's kind of the end goal of the Facebook group, is we just want it to be more of a casual environment where people can just go to ask questions that they might have, to get simple, fast help, not necessarily from you or me every time, but just from anyone in the community, essentially. Because there are a lot of people out there that don't mind taking a couple seconds to answer a quick little question or something like that. Let's see, I believe that covers everything that I wanted to mention. Just approve new people, moderate new posts coming in, moderate comments that people might be leaving. You can even turn on or off notifications. Like if it's a post like this one, you can turn on notifications for a new post that's on there, and then you'll get an email notice when somebody posts a comment or something. So you don't have to always be hovering over the group, if you're getting those kind of notifications. Same thing right here. You can get notifications for like when people ask to join the group, or this will give you notifications for new posts that are coming in as well. So you can just kind of monitor email in a lot of ways for that kind of stuff, as long as you set up all those notifications. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Thank you again.